Welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, May 30th, end of the month. I'm Gio Benacour, and this is a recording done by Vantage Markets about an hour prior to the U.S. session open. So we just received the PCE, Price Consumer Index, the Consumption Index, incomes for the United States. Numbers came out stronger than anticipated in some cases, in some as consensus was given, and that's given a boost to stocks. Obviously, also we have tariffs back on the table. First they were blocked, now they're back on. So all this scenario about tariffs is continuing, but the markets are shredding that off, and it's looking to have a recovery day. So let's do something a bit different today. It's the end of the month. Let's go down to an hour chart and take a look at the market's fluctuation and try to identify some levels of resistance and support. In this case, basically we had a pretty flat session during the London opening till now. We had some volatility there, but in this scenario, in this hourly chart, we can come in and identify these long swings as a possible level of support, and then those swing highs as levels of resistance, and looking prior to some levels where we can identify a double top, in this case almost a double top. Now let's break that down and go down into half an hour charts and take a look at how we can come in and then look at like we can just set our levels of resistance and support. In this case, this level of support can't really be a support because obviously we are in both candles. So that swing low could be our first level, and then values of like 2180, 280 psychological round numbers could be our second one. We have the 50 moving average and the medium right above the market acting as a level of resistance. So let's see if we're able to recover and at least make initially back into those swing highs that we had previously. Let's do the same for the S&P. So we're gonna go back down to an hour, contract that chart. So that swing low again, and let's just place it this swing low. That's for now again, and then looking back, those levels right there. Now we're gonna go down to half an hour, and now we reassessed our levels. That swing low that we have placed previously, 58.90. Initially, let's do that. Let's do that one. So we have that swing high. We have the 50-day moving average. So possible levels of resistance initially. So let's just leave that as is. Taking a swing at moving higher for the markets after all this news coming out, positive news for the United States, for the economy. Then we're gonna do it at the same swing low. Let's just bring down 42,100. Let's do this particular level, which is a swing high for the Dow, and then use that swing high. Going back down to half an hour, and now we look at the charts and see how we can come in and actually just tighten up our levels. I like to use round values, so 4280 is going to be a nice level. With this swing below almost to the 42,000, actually a bit lower than that. So let's see if it'll be a recovery. Let's do the same for crude oil, 1 hour chart. $60 jumps at me, psychological round value, and let's also just use today's swing low, the upper Bollinger Band, and that swing high from yesterday. Now we go back down to half an hour, and we look at levels of support and resistance. $60 seems to be a nice level, round value. Okay, we could come in can actually, since we are so far out, we can actually just leave that first level, and then I'm gonna use the medium as my first level of resistance in this half an hour. So a pretty strong dip in the last hour in crude oil after doing a nice rally to the upside. So let's see if that rebound has been set as a low, or will we come and test it again? Will it be rejected again for a second time? So a reversal of that level. Now let's go back down to an hour. So today we have Nat Gas here. In this scenario, I'm gonna use that swing low, a previous swing low here, and then I'm gonna use 3160. Well, actually, I'm gonna use this level right here. Then, as far as resistance, 322 initially, and then this volume cluster here. Gold. Okay. Oh, sorry. Actually, we didn't do half an hour. Let's take a look at half an hour for Nat Gas and see how that plays out. If we are too far out, and it seems so. It seems like we're too far out. So I'm gonna tighten up my levels. It seems to be doing a consolidation on this level right here. So I'm gonna bring up to 3160, and that looks better initially. So we're looking for half hour trades. Then let's go back also to an hour for gold. We do have a pretty strong swing to the upside after making that low. So 3280 actually is gonna be my first level, and then let's see if this will be suffice for us. We do have, let's use 3310, and then this level right here, this double top. So that's at an hour, but let's take a look at half an hour and see if we can come in and tighten up our levels. Okay. We see how the market has rebounded off the 50-day moving average, moving to the upside. So initially, 3310 is going to be our targets. So let's take a look at silver. Go down to an hour. It is rallying to the upside. Also, so let's use that lower Bollinger Band as a first level of support. And then 33 is our second one. Resistance, the upper Bollinger Band is coming quite strong. And then this particular double top. Now let's take a look at half an hour and see if we need to tighten that up, or are we good? It looks like we are. So we have the both moving averages below the market. That's giving it support. So let's see if we're gonna finish this month strong in the metals. Then we have copper. So let's go down to an hour. We do have a swing low on copper, so let's use that swing low initially, and then the 50 moving average. I bring down my level of resistance to 467, and then 468. Our second one going down to half an hour, and it seems that we are pretty well on that perspective. So again, looking for another leg up. Bitcoin, let's take a look at an hour chart. We are way above our levels, so I'm gonna use this swing low initially, and then I'm gonna use the lower Bollinger Band, the upper Bollinger Band for resistance, and then 107 flattish psychological. Let's go down to half an hour and see if we need to tighten that up. And we're looking good. So far. So we are basically looking to make another leg up on Bitcoin. The currencies. Take a look at the currencies. Go down to an hour, hourly chart. hourly chart, we do find that the market has already rebounded off a previous level of support that we had there. So I'm going to leave that alone. Use the lower Bollinger Band as a probable level of support. And then as my first level of resistance, 113,800 and 114 psychological. Let's take a look at half an hour and see if we need to time that up or not. And it seems good to me. Then we have the pound going down to an hour chart. We do have more of a body in that scenario. So let's just use this level right here, which touches a whole lot of candles to my left, and then that swing low as my second. First level of resistance, the upper Bollinger Band, and then 135,200 psychological values. Let's take a look at it half an hour and see if we need to time something up. And we see that the moving average is below the market, giving it support. So pointing higher, so anticipating a move higher. Dollar index, I'm gonna leave it as an hour chart, 99.5, and then I'm gonna use the lower, the part of the lower Bollinger Band, possible level of support. Let's see if we do have a continuation to the downside, or will it recover? I mean, the numbers came out pretty strong, but it is the weekend. It is Friday, so a lot of positions will be closed before the weekend. So keep that in mind. Have a great trading day and a fantastic weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.